And are there times when your own emotional intelligence has failed you, even though you have been practicing for so long?
Absolutely. I would like to clarify one thing to everybody, that no matter how good you are at emotional intelligence, you can never master it. So when I hear people say emotional intelligence expert, there is no expert in emotional intelligence. We are all learning, we are all coping, we are all trying our level best. So when it comes to emotional intelligence, definitely there has been situations where I'm not able to manage myself as well, especially when it comes to mom's or my partner's health and well-being. Those are certain situations where I also get a little vulnerable, and I also get a little emotional. So yeah, nobody is immune to it.
So, Sunny, what is one common mental health concern that no one's really talking about?
See, different age groups have different, mental health concerns and different needs. But if we talk about the youth, one of the major talked about topics right now is the work-life balance, and so the Gen Z are expecting a better work-life balance life, better pay. They want a more outcome-oriented and a more fulfilling job role. But at the same point in time, expectations are one thing, and reality is one thing. So one of the major mental health concerns that I feel is that people have this bubble, of expectations, that this is how it should be. But when it comes to reality, it's not. And so the main challenge is, how do you navigate when you have the gaps, exactly. So when you have a perception of how it should be, but when reality is something different, how do you navigate that difficult situation and difficult people? I think that is one of the major challenges right now, which nobody's talking about.
Right. So, in your line of work, you talk about HumanEdge 3.0. So, how is it in comparison to EI, emotional intelligence?
Okay, so the HumanEdge 3.0 is also emotional intelligence, but the key difference is that we are not talking about mental health. Why? Because to be honest, most people don't want it, and they don't want it unless it's the point where they are having chronic depression or suicidal thoughts, or it's too much to bear. The difference between HumanEdge 3.0 and regular emotional intelligence is, in HumanEdge 3.0, we are talking about how can you leverage emotional intelligence as a tool to succeed in life. So how can you use emotional intelligence to manage and overcome difficult people, difficult situations? That is the key, right? So rather than only focusing on calming yourself, managing yourself, and your self well-being, we are trying to take it and give a more proactive approach to emotional intelligence, where you can harness it in such a way where you can apply it proactively in real life in a strategic manner, to be able to overcome certain, as like I said, difficult situation, difficult people, and to achieve your goals.
So we can say that, like in short, what I have understood is that EI is about navigating difficult situations and difficult people successfully.
Absolutely.
So, do you think that the youth of today lack an emotional vocabulary to define what they're feeling and end up just saying, I'm fine?
I won't say it's only the youth. I think most of us, majority of us, lack the emotional literacy or emotional vocabulary, I would say. There are more than 300 words associated with emotions and feelings, but on average, a person uses around 25 to 30. So that is a huge gap. And when your emotional vocabulary is strong, you'll be able to express yourself much better. So it's a key for better communication, and communication is everything. So having good emotional vocabulary is definitely a need of the hour right now.
Until you successfully communicate, you don't really, you can't really overcome it. Like communication will only is the first step to overcoming.
Absolutely. If you're not able to effectively communicate, then your ideas, your thoughts, your feelings, they're not going to be properly translated, and the other person will not understand you. So communication is a key, and emotional intelligence sits in the center of it.
Right.